She's been a high achiever all of her life, so it's no wonder she's the top student in Jamaica in Cape Communication Studies. Calesia Spence joins us now. Good morning, Calesia.
Good morning, Auntie Delia. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm ecstatic to be on this morning.
Oh, we are so excited to have you as well. I mean, it's one thing, Calesia, to be able to get through the subject area. It's another thing to top it at your school, but to top the whole island, that's totally something else. So let's start there. How did you feel when you heard you were the top Cape student?
I actually got the call from my subject teacher, Mrs. Brooks Clark, and when I told, to be honest, the excitement that took over, it's something that it's inexplicable. I felt like I was going crazy. I just started screaming in the house because it wasn't something that I expected. And so when I heard, I was just overjoyed.
Yes. Communication studies, it's not easy to do. So tell me,
God.
no. So what worked for you? What did you do that's different to have made you be so successful?
Okay, so I have to give a lot of thanks to the persons who helped me along the way. I have very, very supportive parents. I remember staying up late at night, and my mommy would pretend to wake up 3, 4 times to use the bathroom when really and truly she was just checking to see if everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy was there with me throughout the nights as well. And for me, my subject teacher, Mrs. Brooks Clark, was very dedicated. And I was lucky because my form teacher in upper sixth was also another communication studies teacher with whom I shared a very close relationship, Miss Barrett, and she was there. I remember sometimes I would get frustrated with the IAs and I would just go into school and say, I don't think I can manage this. And they were just there to encourage me. And so the support was definitely phenomenal along the journey, and it enabled me to really recognize my full potential. So communication studies for me, I wouldn't say I did anything different. It was more that my attitude was one of never giving up. I stuck to the task. I remember I did the exam during the height of, the panic around the pandemic, and
Mm-hmm.
Sahara dust was taking over. I remember sometimes my eyes would be affected, and I would get frustrated, and I would just go on YouTube and play Jimmy Cliff's You Can Get It If You Really Want. Take a 15-minute break and I'd be back in the book. So that's really what I did, and prayer, nothing beats prayer. I cannot emphasize how much prayer brought me through.
Yeah.
So Daddy is a pastor, and his congregants were there with me. I remember sometimes I go to church really tired and I say, I just need a little prayer. And I know that they were there praying for me. So all of that just came together and made, the right recipe for great success.
Yes, yes, power music. You just try and try. You'll succeed at last. And I think that that's something that's been in you all along, Calesia. I'm looking at just how well you did in primary school, and then onto the Carteret College, always being on the honor roll, always receiving awards. What drives this kind of academic determination in Calesia to always be so successful in school?
So I mentioned my parents, but it
Yes.
would be remiss of me if I didn't mention a very, very, very special lady. My godmother, Jennifer Hall. Auntie Jennifer has been there since birth. She was actually a guidance counselor at my primary school. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember being 9, 10, and she really molded me. So I had that support from her academically as well as spiritually. The best way to sum up Auntie Jennifer is to say that she's my guardian angel. And so
Yes.
she prepared me for a lot of things that I would experience in school because she experienced the world of school. She had that experience and she was really there to propel me. And so she really instilled in me that drive from earlier on. And, to be successful, the different things that I needed to do,
Yeah.
you know. So, as I said, there was this support and drive for me. My parents have always been very supportive. I can always say, Daddy contributed to me having very high self confidence with school. I remember him
Excellent.
telling me that, you know, the sky is not even the limit for you. He would always be motivating me. And so, from those encouraging words, I would always have this inner drive to do and to be the best at what I did. I wasn't always motivated, to be honest. There were days when I would go to school and I wouldn't give it my all. I would probably just give it enough to pass through and to make it through. But, you know, turning up at those big events,
You showed up.
I really, I showed up in those
You
times,
showed
you
up.
know,
You showed up. You're on to
through prayer
university
and through
now.
support.
Yes, we have to go. You're on to university. What are you pursuing? Because even though you top communication studies, you got distinctions in biology, chemistry. So you did French. What's the future for Calesia?
You know, up until a couple months ago, I was actually looking to enter the world of medicine. So whether it was to become a gynecologist or a dentist or a pharmacist, but then, you know, somehow I took a complete 180 degree and I will actually be going to Northern Caribbean University to pursue a computer science degree. That's what I'll be doing. And I'm very happy with my decision. I'm looking forward to programming and all the excitement that comes with it. I love math. So, you know, I didn't pursue computer science in sixth form, but I did IT up to
Fifth form.
CXC and I did a couple grade one in the area. So I'm looking forward to what that field holds for me.
Calesia, your dad's right. The sky isn't even the limit. I think anything you put your mind to, you are going to be great at it. And I look forward to all the wonderful and amazing things that are going to come from you, Miss Spence.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for speaking with us. Calesia Spence, university student, and look out for her. She's going to be doing big things in IT, people. Thank you, Calesia. Making meals and melodies. That's after this quick break. We'll be right back.